In the shadows of the industrial giants, a silent revolution was taking place. Women, often overlooked, were the hidden workforce that powered the Industrial Revolution. Before the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, the roles of women were largely confined to the domestic sphere. They were the caretakers, the nurturers, the homemakers. Their days were filled with an endless cycle of cooking, cleaning, and caring for children. But as the world began to change, so too did the roles of women. The Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid industrial growth that took place during the late 18th and early 19th centuries, brought about significant changes in agriculture, manufacturing, mining, and transport. This era of progress was marked by the development of machinery and technologies that transformed the way goods were produced. The factories and mills that sprouted up during this time were often staffed by women, who were seen as a cheap and pliable workforce. The Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid industrial growth, transformed societies across the globe. This was a time when the world was getting smaller, thanks to steam-powered trains and boats, and the spinning jenny was replacing the spinning wheel. The hum of factories replaced the quiet rustle of handlooms, and smokestacks began to pierce the rural landscapes. It was a time of change, a time of progress, a time of upheaval. This shift was not just a matter of machines replacing manual labor. It was a shift in the very fabric of society. The home, once the center of production, was replaced by the factory. The family, once a unit of production, was divided as men, women, and even children were absorbed into the workforce. For centuries, women had been the masters of the domestic sphere, weaving, spinning, and sewing in the comfort of their own homes. The Industrial Revolution, however, brought these tasks into the public space. The factory became the new home for these activities, and women, who had been the backbone of the domestic economy, were now a vital part of the industrial one. The Industrial Revolution was not just about steam engines, cotton mills, and ironworks. It was about people. It was about the men who built the machines, the children who ran the looms, and the women who spun the cotton. It was about the shift from home-based work to factory-based work, a shift that would change the lives of women forever. In this new world of machines and factories, women found themselves at the heart of the revolution. They were no longer confined to the domestic sphere, but were now integral to the world of work. And as we will see, their roles in the Industrial Revolution were far more significant than mere cogs in the machine. They were the unsung heroines, whose stories are just as important as those of the inventors and industrialists who are often credited with shaping this age. In this new world of machines and factories, women found themselves at the heart of the revolution. The factory floors were filled with women, their hands deftly maneuvering the machines that were the lifeblood of the Industrial Revolution. As the Industrial Revolution dawned, a new breed of worker emerged, the factory woman. Women played a crucial role in this transformative period, especially in the textile industry. Their deft fingers, skilled at needlework and spinning, found a new home among the clattering, hissing machines that churned out yards of cloth at an unprecedented pace. Women handled various tasks in the factories. Many were spinners, their nimble fingers guiding the fibers into the spinning machines. Others were power loom operators, adeptly managing the complex contraption that wove threads into fabric. Some were even tasked with maintaining the machines, a job requiring both strength and precision. But life on the factory floor was anything but glamorous. It was a world of relentless toil and grueling hours, with shifts often extending from dawn to dusk. The work was physically demanding, the conditions harsh. The factory air was thick with dust and fibers, making it difficult to breathe. Accidents were common, with the rapid-moving machinery posing a constant threat. Yet, there was a sense of camaraderie among these women. They shared in the struggles and the triumphs, the exhaustion and the exhilaration. They found strength in their shared experiences, their shared hopes for a better future. They were unified by their shared purpose, to provide for their families, to secure their livelihoods, to stake their claim in a world that was rapidly changing around them. These women were not just workers, they were pioneers. They were navigating uncharted territory, breaking down barriers, and setting the stage for future generations of women in the workforce. They were not just contributing to the Industrial Revolution, they were helping to shape it. Despite the hardships, these women were the backbone of the industrial machine. Their resilience and determination, their skill and their spirit powered the factories and fueled the progress of an era. They were the unsung heroines of the Industrial Revolution. Without them, the wheels of industry would not have turned as swiftly or as smoothly. The Industrial Revolution brought more than just economic change. It ushered in a new social order. As the gears of industry turned and factories filled with the hum of productivity, a new player entered the workforce. Women, who had previously been confined to domestic duties, found themselves with newfound opportunities. Their entry into the workplace, though fraught with challenges, had profound implications for society, altering norms and expectations in ways that continue to resonate today. In the beginning, the decision to employ women was largely economical. Factory owners found they could pay women less than men, maximizing profits. However, this economic necessity became a catalyst for social change. As women increasingly left their homes to work in factories, they began to challenge the traditional roles that had defined them for centuries. The factory environment was a crucible of change. Women worked alongside men, proving every day that they were equally capable. They were not just wives, mothers, or daughters. They were workers, contributing to the economy in a tangible way. This shift in perception was gradual but profound. Over time, society began to see women not just as caretakers, but as individuals with their own ambitions and abilities. In the midst of this transformation, the seeds of the women's rights movement began to germinate. The Industrial Revolution, with its emphasis on progress and innovation, provided the perfect backdrop for women to start advocating for their rights. Factory work had given women a taste of independence, and they were not ready to give it up. They began to demand fair wages, better working conditions, and most importantly, the right to vote. The struggle was long and hard, but these early pioneers laid the groundwork for the feminist movements of the 20th century. Their courage and determination paved the way for the many rights and freedoms women enjoy today. The seeds of change, planted on the factory floors, began to sprout in society as a whole. The Industrial Revolution didn't just change the way we work, it changed the way we live. And at the heart of this transformation were women, stepping out of the shadows and into the light of a new era. The Industrial Revolution was a turning point in history, and the women who labored in its factories were at the pivot. As we delve deeper into the legacy of women in the Industrial Revolution, it becomes clear that their influence extends far beyond the factories and mills. Their labor, resilience, and determination laid the groundwork for significant social and economic changes that continue to shape our world today. The Industrial Revolution was a catalyst for women's rights. The necessity for women to work in factories exposed the harsh realities of their working conditions, sparking public outrage and leading to demands for labor rights and reform. Women's suffrage movements in the late 19th and early 20th centuries drew strength from these labor struggles, advocating for the right to vote, equal pay, and improved working conditions. The impact of women's involvement in the Industrial Revolution also changed perceptions about women's capabilities and roles in society. Women proved they could perform tasks typically reserved for men, challenging traditional gender roles. This shift in perspective paved the way for women's increased participation in the workforce and their eventual entry into professions previously dominated by men. Today, the impact of women in the Industrial Revolution is evident in the increased economic independence and empowerment of women. Women's participation in the workforce has grown exponentially, and they are found in every industry, from technology and science to politics and leadership roles. Moreover, the lessons learned from the women of the Industrial Revolution continue to inspire and inform contemporary movements for gender equality and women's rights. Their legacy serves as a reminder of the power of collective action and the importance of advocating for fair treatment and equal opportunities. The women of the Industrial Revolution, often overshadowed by the machines they operated, were the true engines of change. Their courage and determination in the face of adversity have left an indelible mark on history, and their legacy continues to inspire and empower women today and for generations to come. The Industrial Revolution, a period of monumental change, was fueled by the often unseen and unappreciated work of women. These unsung heroines, from the factory floors to the domestic spheres, were the very backbone of this transformative era. They spun the cotton, stoked the furnaces, and nurtured the generations, all while shaping the society we live in today. In the dawn of the industrial age, women stepped up to the plate, forging a path for the future. Their labors in factories and mills were instrumental in driving economic growth, paving the way for societal shifts that resonate even today. The legacy of these women is profound and far-reaching. Their contributions were not merely confined to the era, but have rippled through time, influencing the course of history. Their resilience, strength, and tenacity continue to inspire and empower. In the grand tapestry of history, the threads woven by the women of the Industrial Revolution are vibrant and enduring, a testament to their strength and resilience.